Hey guys, thanks for tuning to Florida Drive-By. May 19th, Friday, 11 o'clock, about 87 degrees. I'm just going to be getting on the I-75 here off of Veterans Boulevard. And I hope everybody's doing healthy, wealthy, and wise. There's our American flag on the right-hand side over there near the bank. Yeah, I wanted to bring up a subject, and I guess it's going to be why I like the Glock. And I'm going to bring that up. Back when Gaston Glock created the Glock, he wasn't a gun manufacturer. He was an engineer. He designed it with the high-impact plastics and designed the gun. And initially, when he designed it, it was designed as a reliable, everyday gun. Something military could use, something police could use, that when you pulled the trigger, it went bang, and it worked. And initially, it didn't really have safeties on it, any kind of safety system, and it had very sensitive hair trigger. So there was a lawsuit. It was brought on. Somebody actually accidentally, it was a misfire or something, and that changed the whole persona of the Glock pistol. They redesigned it and put that triple action safety system in there, and changed a lot of the internals. And that's why when you go to Glock, it does not have real low value, poundage connectors or trigger bar, trigger spring. It's a little stiff, a little harder, a little bit more slack, because it was designed that way because they had problems with them having hair triggers, and there was some accidental discharges. So they changed, they kind of redesigned the gun, and that brings us to the current Glock we have. Now, the current Glock, my feelings on it, I like the gun. I don't like the safety system, but it's tried and true to the military, police, and civilians. A lot of people own them. I usually add a cider lock, which is a third-party safety, which doesn't avoid the warranty or interfere with the gun. It's about a $50 item, and I feel a little bit better when I have that on it, because I think it gives it a little bit. It gives it a safety I can turn on and off, and it doesn't affect the triple action safety that's built into the system. So you still have that passive system. It becomes deactivated when you pull the trigger, and it doesn't affect it, and so you have it active too. So you can turn your active safety on, and then when you turn your active safety off, you still have the passive safety system, the triple safe active system. It just locks your trigger so you can't pull the trigger. And then you unlock it, you can pull it, but you still have that drop safety and everything that's built into the gun, firing pin safety and everything that's built into the gun. You still retain those features in the gun, which is nice. And then it kind of makes it bearable, but any Glock is going to be reliable out of the box. It's going to fire, it's going to be nice. You're not going to have any problems with them. They are just functioning all the time, nice guns, period. Some people, swear by them. Some people hate them. So it's the same thing like with any gun. It's like a 1911. Some people swear by them. Some people hate them. And whether it's a 1911, whether you have a SIG or whatever kind of gun you have, some people love them. Some people hate them. But then they changed. Like I say, they changed the whole design of the gun. And then the New York City Police Department, most of those people had revolvers. So when they were moving over to the Glock, they wanted the Glock to feel more like a revolver. So a lot of those guns, Glock set them up with the New York trigger. And there's two. There's a New York 1 and a New York 2. I think the New York 1 is like 8 pounds, and New York 2 is like 12-pound trigger spring. So they replaced the trigger spring with the New York 1, and they put a 3.5-pound connector in it, and that effectively gave it somewhere around a 5-pound trigger pull. And it felt more like a revolver. and less really like automatic. So a lot of the people are used to that. I tried it. I took it to the range. I couldn't really get used to it, so I put my gun back to just a 3.5 pound trigger connector and a regular trigger spring. And it feels a lot more snappier, kind of spongy with the New York 1 trigger in it. I really care for it, and I'll do a review on that. It's just a little bit more spongy, like I say, so I changed that back. You know, I still got to go to the range a little bit and try it out, but it'll probably be much better. It was just too spongy at the range. It seemed like there was more delay in the trigger, and it seemed a little harder to shoot. But yeah, so that's the whole kind of history encapsulated in a short drive-by video. Now I'm on the I-75 going southbound. I got about 41 miles, 38 miles to get where I gotta go. I have a small service call out there. And then I'm going to meet the guy from the NRA, because we're going to be giving an NRA class at Florida Gulf Coast University in the beginning of June. So that'll be nice. NRA is going to be giving some free concealed carry classes out. You know, we're trying to not get Hillary in office. We don't need a gun ban. We never really want to get Trump in. I think he's the best candidate for what's going on now. Hopefully he gets elected. If Hillary gets elected, it's the end of this country. It's, you know, if she gets elected, guys, you better go out and immediately start buying guns and putting them away. Even if you don't have the money, sell something, because a lot of guns are going to be gone. You know, a lot of, you know, and then they'll get more expensive too. So I'd be very, very leery, because if that happens, we're basically screwed. But yeah, so do I like the Glock? Yeah, I think it's a great gun. Is it my favorite gun? Probably not my favorite, but I do like it. And I like it after a few modifications. You know, I know they don't have a full rail. They have that Glock rail. They did make a model with the rail, limited for like police or for military, and then they released it to the civilian market until they used them all up. But I wish they would have full rails on every Glock. I think that'd be a sweet looking gun if they did that. But I think a lot of that they don't do it because, as far as concealability, you have that big railroad track on the bottom of your gun, and you know, holsters and stuff, different things don't fit. But it's nice to have it for light rails and stuff, and it looks pretty nice. But it makes it a little bit wider. But thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. It's my Florida drive-by, and that's my take on the Glock 1911 or Glock. Period. Thanks.